your mother's story and how relative that is and why you're supporting Senator Sanders.
Thank you for that. And the struggle certainly is real.
Yeah.
And, you know, as Marcelo said, there's real flesh and blood behind the decisions that lawmakers make. We're not talking about widgets here. We're talking about flesh and blood. And the reason why I call it the elected ministry is I believe that those of us who have been blessed by the people to serve in elected office owe it to the people to stand up for them, even if it costs us our next election. And I know something about that personally. But, you know, to have, I mean, in our lifetime, at least in my lifetime, I don't think that I'm ever going to see somebody else quite like Senator Bernie Sanders ever again. And so this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. He's not interchangeable. It's not pick the other person over him. There is nobody else in this race quite like him. He's the one. You know, he's the one. You know, I am a Democrat, but I'm not blind.
That's right.
And I'm a rogue Democrat. That's how I call myself now. And my eyes have been, I thought, you know how you have these moments where you think you know, but my God, helping Senator Sanders on this campaign, now I really know that we need more champions like you out there pushing, because it is ugly behind here. Yes. And, you know, people like me and Rosario and people like Congresswoman Tulsi who stepped in the gap, you know, have been threatened, have been harassed. And we're supposed to live in a democracy where people have choice. And I might not always agree with your choice, but it's not my job to attack you or try to tear you down because you're not going with the status quo. But knowing everything that I know right now, would I do this again? Heck yeah, we got babies in the room. I was going to say something else. But yes, I would. Once in a lifetime opportunity. So as Tasman was, for me, this race is very personal. And I was somebody that did do some things for Ready for Hillary. When I lost my election, I ran for Secretary of State. And I don't want to say that I lost because I put elections in Ohio up where it should be. I sacrificed my last term in the Senate to take it to Republicans who were trying to take away access to the ballot box, the greatest equalizer that we had. And I said, somebody got to stand in the gap and be willing to make a sacrifice. Senator Sanders is standing in the gap. He is making a sacrifice. He didn't have to get in this fight. But thank God that he did get in the fight, because now we have a real warrior, a real champion, a real man, elected official, a public servant for the people, and that's real. But, you know, I lost my mother. My mother died with her dreams deferred. Those of you who know the poetry of Langston Hughes, he said, what happens to a dream deferred? That's right. She died at the age of 42 years old. Aneurysm burst in her brain. I was a sophomore at college, at a community college. I'm the oldest of 7 children. My baby sister was 12. And little did I know that morning was going to be the last time that I got a chance to kiss my mother on the cheek as she fell into a coma. And not only did she die at the age of 42 years old, she died on the system of welfare. She died with not a life insurance policy. She had no money in the bank. So when Senator Bernie Sanders says that enough is enough, that wealthy people can't have it all, I have a flashback about my mama who did the very best that she could, who fell short along the journey, but she loved her 7 children. She did. When he talks about increasing the minimum wage, that universal health care should be a right, when he talks about investing in our young people so that they don't graduate with debt in one hand and a degree in the other, or those of us who still have college debt, that we'll be able to get lower interest rates. All of those things are real. They are real. So yes, this is personal for me. I had the opportunity to become a cycle breaker, and even though my mother never lived to see her eldest daughter accomplish some pretty incredible things. That's right. I know that she is in heaven saying, you go girl, you keep on. You keep on fighting for the people. This is for the people. And I know there are other mamas and daddies and aunts and uncles out there who take it every single day. They're doing the very best that they can, but we have a system that is rigged. We have more money in speech. We have elected officials who are too afraid to talk about poverty. They won't talk about poor. Everybody want to talk about a middle class that barely exists anymore. And we have in Senator Bernie Sanders somebody who is willing to say that the poor do exist and that we do need to stand up for them. And that as we bail out Wall Street, it's time to make an investment in Main Street. That doesn't happen every day. So here's Bert. I mean, Pennsylvania, we need you guys. We can't do this without you. And so it's good when the family comes together, but if you can knock on one more door, make one more call, walk one more mile, just to show the power brokers that have counted Senator Sanders out from the time he started this race, that the people are going to stand up to say that in America, not on our watch, are we going to leave a sister or a brother behind. That is the majesty of why he is running, to make the impossible possible. We became a nation by making the impossible possible. We abolished slavery by making the impossible possible. Women got the right to vote by making the impossible possible. Our gay, lesbian, transgender brothers and sisters, now they can get married, making the impossible possible. We went to the moon, making the impossible possible. Do you mean to tell me that we can't have universal health care? You mean to tell me that we can't have paid family and medical leave? You mean to tell me we can't invest in pre-K to college education because we have elected officials, even somebody that's running right now that's saying that Senator Sanders is dreaming too big and reaching too high? Well, you know, Robert Browning once said that man's reach should exceed his grasp. Yeah. That's the kind of leader that I want to lead the United States of America. So this is real down in my soul. I'm not doing this for play. Helping this man become the next president of the United States is real for me. And if he is not, by some chance, well, I'm not even going to go there. Making this man the president of the United States of America